Hello and welcome back to yet another mini developer discussion with Downbelow. My name is Steve. I am the guy who talks the most about sys settings, places, people, and things.
My name is Ian, and I designed the system with which the game is played. And today I'm going to ask Steve a question about his side of things. So, Steve.
Yes?
One of the best things for getting people into a game is giving them adventures to run for their group of players that are good, generic things that can be modularized to different groups. So, how about you give us the skeleton of one in the next 5 minutes? I would like to have a beginning, middle, and end for an adventure with some hooks that people would find along the way, and preferably it should take people to multiple locations that we've already detailed.
Okay, we're going to call this one John Doe and the Case of the Improbable Demise. So, the hook is pretty simple. We're going to go back to one of the classic hooks, and that classic hook is going to be the improbable body found in the wrong place. This is going to be the body of a man who does not have an identifiable, identity. He's going to be a John Doe, which is itself a rarity in Downbelow.
Probably means somebody's laundered his identity.
The place that he's going to be found is the home of one of the player characters when they are returning home.
Whoopsie.
How is this going to hook people in? Hey, you just found a dead body in your home. What do you do? So if that doesn't get people moving one way or another, what will? Whatever direction they go, the beginning will continue with them finding out that multiple different people are behind this dead body in one way or another. If they try to find out, I have home security systems, how do people get through them, then there's a variety of ways for them to find that a shadowy organization exists, and by shadowy organization, maybe I mean ninjas, maybe I mean corrupt cops, but someone planted the body. If they go looking for who this man is, that's going to bring them into direct contact with the identity market, where they can try to track down who the original owner of this body's identity was. If they go through his pockets and look for loose change, they're going to find some incriminating evidence pointing them at Yggdrasil Corporation directly. One way or another, this is going to lead to the middle, which is the on-the-run information gathering segment. The on-the-run information gathering segment is going to eventually bring them into contact with all three of these things mentioned before. It will also reveal who killed the man. And who killed the man is not, in fact, going to be Yggdrasil Corporation. It's going to be Universal Transshipping. It should be possible for the players to find out through a variety of ways that UTS is the ones that pulled the trigger. Are the ones that pulled the trigger? English.
Hired the one that pulled the trigger.
Correct. The point is that this individual was someone who UTS needed dead. Not wanted dead, needed dead. It's important to mention that because this person had evidence on them of something. The MacGuffin can be however suitably huge you want. If you want to suck the players into massive, world-shaking drama, make it something like the propellant used in the transorbital plane fuel is rapidly depleting the ozone layer, endangering the entirety of planet Earth unless something can be found. If you prefer something far less action movie blockbuster cinematic, look no further than, massive corruption in local agencies that is being hidden so that they can continue the fast track to promotion and be trusted with bigger and better things, probably to graft their way there too. In any case, though, the players are now in possession of this information, which skyrockets it to Act 3. Act 3 is how do I get rid of this information? Get rid of basically means how do I make it so that people aren't coming after me for this information? The players at this stage have roughly two options. Now, during the first couple of phases, they have traveled to multiple locations on the island to track this down because since the man's identity is not in the official identity database, you cannot simply sit down on a computer, type some queries into future Google, and find out who is John Doe. You have to actually go and talk to people. So this will lead you to places nearby where you talk to people who have seen who might have entered your house. This will lead you to places where you talk to the criminal underworld. This might even lead you to places where you talk directly to the Yggdrasil representatives. The finale will lead you to a climactic place for a showdown to happen, because when you're trying to get rid of information, this usually means that the only copy is a physical copy, and you are either going to... basically, there's three options. Option one, hand it over to someone like Yggdrasil. Hi, we have data on your business competitors. We're going to hand it over to you in exchange for consideration so people aren't coming after us because we don't have it anymore. Possibility two, cut a deal with UTS. In the Yggdrasil case, this would take you to Yggdrasil Tower, probably, to make a secure handover. It might also take you to an Yggdrasil warehouse district. In the UTS case, it might actually take you up on the space elevator owned by the competitor to hand it over to UTS directly. Also, it's a great place for a climactic gunfight. Possibly, though, this might take you to another place, such as the broadcast center or the internet hub for Nuevo Paradiso, so you can upload it directly to the main servers so everyone has the information, and it would be pointless to come after you.
Possibly to a government embassy where you can try and get protection from them.
Possibly to the underworld version of the government embassy. The point is that the finale will take you to a new, different, interesting place, and somewhere that you would not have been before in the course of the adventure.
All right. So, that's a quick how to do a starter adventure based on finding a body on a floor and it leading you all over the place.
And the simple fact of the matter is there's practically nothing in this because it was a 5-minute thing. If you'd like to know more about any particular part of this, please let us know in the comments below so that we can tell you more about specific needs next time.
And like and subscribe if you like us and want to hear more from us. We will be back tomorrow with more quick questions about Downbelow.